Basically, everyone's goal right now is to be successful in the future. We all have to work hard for something that serves as our goal. And whether you deny it or not, you also want to aim for success. And not just any success, you want financial success. It's okay, we're all focused on that too. We need money to thrive in our world, to pay off bills and buy off things for our comfort and luxury. And for charity too, let's not forget about that. In short, financial success is a long-bearing goal for the majority. So, the question remains, how does one become financially successful? It's going to be hard, that's for sure. The equivalent of every success is hard work and exhaustion. But of course, nothing is ever easy. If you Google the question, what is financial success, you'll get millions of results with a plethora of various responses. While some people define financial success as having a few $1,000,000 in the bank, others describe it as being able to afford a roof over their heads or sending their children to college without going into debt. While there are various ways to define financial success, there is only one true path to success: prudent money management. So, how are you going to do that? Simply follow this 5-step formula and you'll be able to reach whatever level of financial success you choose. Hello there, how are you doing? We hope you're doing just great. Welcome to the channel. This is Be Financially Independent, where you can get all the information and updates you need about the finance, saving tips, and other money-related advice in the world that you would surely need in your path towards success. We bring you something to learn about yourself and how to manage your money, some practical tips that will help you excel in the financial side of the world, some tips on making money, and even more of it. We prioritize serving credible information that will be valuable to your success. So if you want more videos like this one, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell to be notified of videos just like this one. When we hear financial success, the first thing that comes to our mind is undeniable and immense wealth. You might imagine lots of dollars falling at your feet and luxurious life at par with the wealthiest people in the world. However, if this is how you truly define financial success, then you're missing out on the philosophical side of it. The issue is that you're measuring your success in terms of others rather than yourself. The only proper method to measure achievement is to use yourself as a standard. Have you taken steps to improve your situation from where you were before? That's the only thing that matters. Feel free to measure success by whether you can beat someone in a 100-meter foot race after giving them an 80-meter head start, but that will not provide you with a sense of improvement or a path to real growth. If you believe financial success is unachievable, begin by redefining financial success to something more realistic. Being in better financial shape than you were a year ago, preferably much better financial form. Now that we've improved your self-definition of financial success to be more attainable and realistic, you're now ready to hear about 5 simple tips geared towards your financial success. So, how can you be financially successful? What should you do with your money to manage it well? What other things can you do to improve your situation? Let's dive right in and get started. Begin by training yourself to always set a budget. What are some of the things you could accomplish if you saved 20% of your income? To achieve them, you must first be able to save. Then, create a budget which prioritizes saving to accomplish this. 6 out of 10 homes do not have a budget, which could explain why 6 out of 10 households do not have $500 in the bank. It's difficult to tell what you're overspending on or whether your money is going to the correct places if you don't have a budget. It's much easier to spend less than you make when you have a budget. You can determine where your spending is out of control, assign funds to other categories such as clothing, and ensure that outgoing expenses do not exceed incoming income. Budgeting ensures that you always have enough money for the things you need and the things essential to you, since it helps you set a spending plan for your money. Following a budget or spending plan might also help you stay out of debt or get you out of debt if you're already in it. Things will be better if you avoid piling up a credit card debt. Working to pay off any debt you have is a crucial step toward financial independence. If you have credit card debt though, you should prioritize repaying it over other types of debt. Credit card debt has high interest rates, which can become a burden if you carry an amount over from month to month. Create a debt repayment plan if you have credit card debt to pay off these obligations as quickly as possible. After that, remember to pay off your bills and pay off your credit card balance in every month to prevent interest charges. While some obligations, such as student loans, are necessary, others, such as credit cards, can harm your personal finances and credit score. You'll end up paying more for your debt if the interest rate is higher. This debt may also take longer to pay off, increasing your overall debt load. So, if you want to achieve financial success quicker and more possible, you'll have to control yourself with your credit card. Always remember that the fewer debts you make, the more money you can save and invest for better things. Prepare for the unexpected. Have an emergency fund. Costs of an emergency are unavoidable. You'll want to have an emergency fund in place to cover unforeseen costs, whether it's a car repair, an emergency room visit, or a last-minute flight to see relatives. This fund will assist you in avoiding credit card debt, saving you money on interest, and preventing you from having to make difficult decisions that may wind up costing you more money in the long run. According to Pew Charitable Trust's research, 60% of households have experienced a financial shock in the previous year, such as unemployment or a car repair. Around a third of households had 2 or more shocks, with the median household spending half of their income on the shock. Half of the families that had had a shock 6 months later are still struggling. They had $4,000 less in liquid resources and were more likely to be in credit card debt. If this doesn't sound like fun, start with a $1,000 emergency fund and work your way up to a fund that can cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses. By temporarily prioritizing emergency savings in your budget, cutting spending, or taking on a side hustle, you can swiftly build up an emergency fund. If you have an emergency fund, only spend it for actual emergencies, and if the money must be spent, rebuild as soon as possible. One crucial tip: spend less than you earn. If you can lower your expenditure to be less than what you receive in take-home pay, you can always save money no matter how much money you make. Suppose you can stick to this financial objective early in your career when your earnings are likely to be at their lowest. In that case, you'll be able to raise your net savings as your income rises gradually and your spending remains under control because of the spending habits you developed years ago, and you can divert the majority of your salary from savings and investments when it comes your way. If you spend less than what you earn, you'll be able to control and manage your finances in a more feasible way. One of the most critical financial ideas to grasp and follow is spending less than you earn. You will never get ahead if you don't live on less than you earn. Spending less than you make may necessitate some lifestyle modifications at first, but the longer you do it, the easier it becomes to maintain. By following this crucial tip, you allow yourself to avoid problems such as huge debts in the future. Open a savings account. You've heard this advice before and we're repeating it. You should open a savings account. Set up a fund where you can put your money before you start saving in earnest. Choose a savings account that will earn you interest over time and consider setting up automatic contributions to encourage you to save regularly. Experts also advise creating a savings strategy that directs a specific dollar amount or percentage of your salary to savings. You might use your funds to fund investments and a retirement account as you accumulate your savings. Saving money in a savings account earns interest, which adds up over time. Seeing your money grow in a savings account motivates you to keep saving. Furthermore, the longer your savings account is open and the more money you have in it, the more interest you will earn. We've now reached the end of our video. We hope you've learned a lot from these 5 simple tips for financial success, and we wish you good luck on your journey. If you enjoyed these tips, please subscribe and comment below if you have any suggestions or reactions. That's all for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.